Car repossessions are on the rise as drivers across the country fall behind on car payments.
Under the automotive industry, it's recovering, but car prices are high.
This is never seen before in the car market, something unexpected that mirrors the dramatic plunge of the 2008 financial crisis. But this time, we're talking about cars. Dealerships are frantically trying to navigate this chaos, but it seems the only option left is to sit back and observe this as it unravels. So how does this affect you? What does this mean for the industry, how we buy cars, and the prices of cars? Is the market crashing? Well, to be honest, whatever is happening right now can no longer be stopped, and depending on who you are and what your car dreams look like, this situation could be either a disaster or an incredible opportunity. As of August 2024, the average price for a used car has suffered a significant decline, landing at about $25,571. When you think back to those dizzying heights of over $30,000 just 2 years ago, it becomes painfully clear that we are on a serious downward trajectory here. But hang on. This isn't just some random fluctuation. It's part of a larger, unfolding trend. Over the past 23 weeks, we have witnessed used car prices descend into an abyss, dotted with a stubborn 8 weeks of price increases throughout the year. It's like getting hooked on a captivating soap opera. Just when you think the story has reached its climax, a shocking twist throws everything into disarray. So let's talk about what all of this signifies, because this chaotic turn of events will lead to a wave of fresh opportunities and risk. And while we do that, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out. What are the implications? Well, it is an easy answer. Just look at the interest rates. Have you ever experienced that heart-dropping moment of sticker shock when trying to finance a used car? If so, you're definitely not alone. The current average annual percentage rate for used car loans is an eye-watering 14%. That's an enormous leap from what many of us were accustomed to in previous years, making the prospect of driving home in a used vehicle feel much more financially burdensome. With these sky-high rates, would-be buyers are understandably turned off. The total cost to obtain a used car has inflated dramatically compared to just a few years back, making it a daunting choice for many. And here comes the twist. New car buyers are enjoying a completely different landscape. A slew of automakers are now luring potential buyers with tantalizing 0% APR financing deals. That's right, absolutely no interest on new car loans. When you weigh those shiny new models against a used car loaded with a hefty 14% APR, it's no surprise that shiny new vehicles suddenly look like a far better option, even though the initial price tag might be steep. As a result, a growing number of people are making the switch to new car purchases rather than sticking with used ones. It's not merely about interest rates though. New car prices are also on the decline, making them increasingly enticing and affordable for a wide variety of buyers. This trend shouldn't shock anyone. It's clear that new cars are pulling ahead in this competitive race. So what does all this mean for the used car market, especially under this mounting pressure? The cocktail of high interest rates coupled with irresistibly attractive new car deals appears to be throwing quite the wrench into the machinery. Potential buyers are increasingly stepping back from used car loans because of the daunting costs, leading to a noticeable slowdown in sales and a troubling accumulation of inventory at dealerships. For sellers and individuals considering trading in their older vehicles, this might become a particularly tricky scenario. As the dynamics of the used car market shift amid these high interest rates, we can expect trade-in values to drop. Dealers will be forced to adapt, contending with elevated financing costs and a significant decline in demand for used cars. Consequently, obtaining a favorable trade-in offer may become a slightly tougher battle. Increased inventory. Have you ever walked into one of your favorite retail stores and felt overwhelmed by the sheer number of products lining the shelves? It seems like every aisle has endless options, and you can't help but feel a thrill as you browse. Well, guess what? The automotive market is currently experiencing its own version of this product explosion, and it's making some big waves in the realm of used car pricing. Think back to the days when you couldn't just stroll into a dealership and expect to drive home with a new car. Remember when waiting lists for new vehicles felt like an eternity? Those frustrating moments are quickly fading away, and now instead of long wait times, we're seeing a dramatic shift in the market. After battling a long string of supply chain issues and semiconductor shortages, car manufacturers are finally back in full production mode. That means trucks loaded with shiny new vehicles are arriving at dealerships in droves. You're now looking at a world filled with choices when you're ready to make your automotive purchase. It's like stepping into a fantastical car lover's candy store, and every option is available available to you. Here's where it gets even more fascinating. With all these new vehicles crashing onto the market scene, an intriguing ripple effect is occurring in the used car landscape. Many drivers who hung on to their old beloved rides during the long shortage are now finding the urge to trade them in irresistible. After all, who wouldn't want to upgrade? This influx of trade-ins has sent used car lots into a frenzy, creating an astonishing variety of pre-owned vehicles for eager shoppers like you. It's a veritable smorgasbord of choices, something for every taste and budget. And when you have more cars crowding the lots, you can bet that intense competition is brewing among dealerships. To stand out and catch the eyes of potential buyers, they're unleashing aggressive pricing strategies that will make anyone's head spin. Get ready for some serious discounts as dealers scramble to offload older inventory and make room for the latest arrivals. It's like watching a high-stakes game of poker, only instead of playing cards, it's price tags on the line, and the pressure to win has never felt greater. However, with all these used cars flooding the market, prices are starting to feel the squeeze. It's a classic case of supply and demand at work. Dealers eager to clear out older models and welcome in the new arrivals often resort to eye-popping markdowns and enticing promotional deals. This is a fantastic opportunity for buyers, as these discounts can significantly reduce what you'd usually be expected to pay. Now is the time to strike while the iron is hot. There's even more good news. As the number of vehicles swells, the balance of power is shifting firmly into the hands of the buyers. This is a game changer. Dealers are incredibly motivated to move their inventory quickly, which means you're in the driver's seat when it comes to negotiating everything: price, trade-in values, and financing options. It's a buyer's market out there, so get ready to flex those negotiating muscles and secure the best deal possible. But let's take a moment and think about the implications of this extraordinary transformation in the automotive industry. The sharp increase in inventory levels is shaking up the entire market, particularly regarding used car pricing. This upheaval is not only affecting prices, but is also changing the very nature of how car dealerships operate. They are adapting to this new reality, and their strategies are evolving. But don't just take my word for it, let's delve deeper into how one company is navigating these exciting and unpredictable waters. Autonations, a heavyweight in the car dealership world. Recently, they revealed a jaw-dropping 52% drop in net income. That's right, you didn't misread that. A staggering decline that has sent shockwaves throughout the entire industry. Investors and analysts are wide-eyed in disbelief. Autonation's CEO has pointed fingers at a 2-week CDK software outage for this catastrophe. It's a classic corporate blame game. When tech fails, it's all too easy to shift the focus onto the technology instead of deeper issues. But hold on, let's dig deeper and see what this all really means for the company and the industry as a whole. Autonation is claiming that a recent cyber attack wreaked havoc on their inventory tracking and sales systems. Sure, this situation led to operational hiccups. However, it didn't spell disaster for them. Surprisingly, the savvy dealers out there went back to basics, using pen and paper, paired with some serious determination to keep things rolling. Sales took a hit, no doubt about it, but let's not blow it out of proportion. Many dealerships have navigated similar storms in the past. They've adapted quickly, found alternative solutions, and kept business alive. In their latest report, Autonation disclosed a 2% drop in new vehicle sales, along with a 5% drop in used vehicle sales. This raises a vital question. What really is driving this downturn when they have more cars on hand than ever? You'd expect that an increase in inventory would naturally translate into higher sales. But instead, it's like the market is suddenly playing hard to get. The truth is, Autonation is wrestling with a marketplace that isn't nearly as upbeat as they want everyone to believe. Even with so many vehicles available for purchase, they are struggling to move them off the lots, and that reality is severely hitting their financials. Revenue has nosedived by 6% compared to last year, causing their profits per vehicle to take a significant hit. For new vehicles, they are now making $3,100 less on each one, which is a 32% drop compared to the previous years. The declines in profits for used cars are equally grim, plummeting by 16%. It's loud and clear. Prices are down, and the age of fat markups and shiny add-ons is leaving us fast. And get this, despite the grim financial news, Autonation's stock surprisingly jumped by 7.43% in just one day. How did that happen? The company splashed out $311 million on buying back its own shares. This tactic is like Putting a new coat of paint on an old house? It might look good temporarily, but it does nothing to fix those pesky issues lurking beneath the facade. This approach could provide a temporary boost for investors, but it really raises questions about long-term sustainability. By focusing on stock prices rather than making operational improvements or investing in innovation and enhancing customer experience, Autonation could unintentionally create a bubble of illusion. The reality of a shaky foundation might just come back to haunt them down the line. So what's the big takeaway from this entire mess? Autonation is in a tight spot, scrambling to disguise its difficulties with stock buybacks and pointing fingers externally. The market dynamics aren't as robust as they want us to believe, and unless they tackle these challenges head on, like investing in their tech infrastructure and improving customer engagement, they'll just keep grappling with their ongoing issues. It's crucial to also consider the broader trends in the automotive industry, impacting not just Autonation, but every player in the field. Factors like rising interest rates, changing customer preferences toward electric vehicles, and fierce competition from online retailers are reshaping how dealerships do business. These shifts call for flexibility and innovation, qualities that traditional dealerships must embrace if they aim to thrive in this transforming landscape. Buckle up, folks. It looks like it's going to be a bumpy ride for Autonation moving forward. Keep your eyes wide open as we watch how they navigate through these choppy waters. Their ability to adapt is vital, not just for survival, but also for keeping investor faith and customer loyalty intact. If top dealers like Autonation are facing such steep challenges, what does that mean for car manufacturers? It's simple. They're at a breaking point and may have to pull some unexpected moves to tackle the current market conditions. Manufacturers might need to rethink how they approach production numbers, price strategies, and even partnerships with dealerships to stay competitive. But that's a conversation for another day. We'll need to hash out those details later. While Autonation is wrestling with significant obstacles now, how they choose to respond could dictate whether they rise to success or sink into failure in this increasingly complex auto sector. The next few months will be critical as they hunt for solutions that not only clear their path, but also navigate the overarching industry shifts, redefining what it truly means to thrive in modern car sales. So what's the way out? At this point, everyone knows that the used car market is undergoing a monumental transformation, and the major players in the automotive industry are racing to catch up. These automotive titans are not just dipping their toes in the water, they are making bold and innovative moves to navigate this rapidly changing landscape and thrive in it. To kick things off, they are significantly cutting back on production. This means they are reducing the number of new vehicles coming off the assembly line. It's a clever strategy aimed at avoiding the dreaded problem of excess inventory, especially as consumer demand begins to soften. These manufacturers are becoming more astute. They are aligning their production levels with the actual realities of the current market, ensuring that supply meets demand more effectively. And there's even more to this story. The automakers are transforming their pre-owned vehicles, giving them a much-needed glow-up. Through enhanced certified pre-owned programs, they are certifying and warranting these used cars, which makes them immensely more attractive for buyers. This shift results in a win-win scenario. Customers gain the confidence that comes with purchasing a nearly new vehicle, while manufacturers benefit from maintaining stronger residual values. But that's not where the incentives end. These automakers are rolling out the red carpet for buyers by slashing interest rates and offering irresistible lease deals on their certified pre-owned models. This is like a warm embrace for consumers, making the choice to go the used car route not only appealing, but also significantly more affordable than before. Even better, the manufacturers are ensuring that their dealer partners aren't left high and dry. Instead of isolating them during tough times, they are doubling down on collaboration. They're providing extensive support to help manage the rising inventories of used cars. This includes everything from comprehensive marketing assistance to inventory financing and trade-in programs. This buddy system means everyone involved is benefiting, working together to keep the wheels turning smoothly. And here's a stunning revelation. The automakers are generously sharing crucial market data, pricing intel, and sales forecasts with their dealers. This exchange of information is akin to providing them with a cheat sheet, equipping them to make smarter decisions when it comes to acquiring and pricing used cars. After all, knowledge is power. Empowering dealerships with this information allows them to better navigate the complex landscape of used car sales. But honestly, this is just scratching the surface. These corporate behemoths have a few tricks up their sleeves when it comes to maximizing their profits, and they are are anything but boring. They have got their own strategies and tactics for staying ahead. See, these manufacturers are honing in on those money makers. Trucks and SUVs are now the main attractions, while lower profit sedans are being relegated to the sidelines. It's like picking the star players for a championship game. High margin models are crucial for keeping that cash flow steady, especially when the overall market appears sluggish. But wait, there's even more creativity at play. These manufacturers are exploring different avenues to diversify their revenue streams. Rather than solely relying on vehicle sales, they're capitalizing on parts, services, and accessories. It's a bit like having a successful side hustle that keeps the income flowing during times when car sales aren't hitting record highs. Clever, right? And if you think that's the end of it, think again. Some auto companies are even testing the waters with subscription services, where you can swap out your car every month for a flat fee. This new approach infuses a fresh twist into the age-old concept of car ownership, providing customers with flexibility and giving manufacturers a continuous, steady flow of recurring revenue. Will this work? Well, this question has got a lot of experts and fans debating, so let's break it down by zooming in on how some of the big names are putting these innovative strategies to work. Take Ford, for example. This automotive giant hasn't just dipped its toe, it has made significant investments in its certified pre-owned program. By offering thoroughly inspected used vehicles that come with solid warranties, Ford is enhancing consumer confidence and maintaining a competitive edge in the pre-owned market. Then there's Honda, which is getting creative with its trade-in programs. By encouraging current owners to trade in their vehicles for newer models, Honda is not only securing quality used cars for resale, but also giving a nice little boost to their new vehicle sales. It's a smart move that serves multiple purposes. Now, let's talk about Tesla. It's taken a unique route. Tesla has seamlessly merged its used car sales into its overall sales strategy. This means customers can easily transition from their current vehicle to a brand new Tesla through an efficient process. This integration not only helps Tesla manage its used inventory, but also provides a streamlined purchasing experience that ensures customer satisfaction. But hold your horses, innovation doesn't stop there. Toyota is stepping up its game by enhancing its online sales platforms to cater to the growing desire for used vehicles. By providing engaging virtual tours and offering online financing options, Toyota is transforming the process of purchasing pre-owned cars into a smooth, user-friendly experience. They're making it simple for consumers to find their perfect match without any hassle. And let's not overlook CarMax, the top dog in used car retail. They are cleverly using data analytics to delve into market trends and consumer preferences. By analyzing sales data, CarMax can figure out which vehicles are on the rise in popularity, allowing them to stock smartly, which ultimately reduces the time cars spend sitting in inventory. This approach boosts overall profitability, and you can bet it's working wonders for them. So what's the takeaway from all of this? Well, the shift we're witnessing in the used car landscape is nothing short of a game changer. Manufacturers and retailers who can adapt quickly to these changes and come up with creative strategies will be the ones who succeed. This is a high-stakes competition, with the future of the industry hanging in the balance. It's becoming increasingly evident that the traditional car buying experience is fading away. Instead, the future is heading toward a model that thrives on flexibility, personalization, and a tech-savvy buying journey. The auto giants that can embrace this evolution will undoubtedly be the ones setting the stage for the next chapter in the automotive industry. So is this the new era? A world where car dealerships are nothing but a distant memory. For a long time, we've been caught in a familiar cycle. Manufacturers tirelessly crank out cars, send them off to local dealerships, and then we, the enthusiastic consumers, stroll into the showrooms to pick our dream rides. There was something undeniably charming about it, wasn't there? That personal touch, the friendly faces, and the thrill of test driving a shiny new vehicle made the entire process feel uniquely exhilarating. But let's be real, the magic has faded in recent times. That special experience is not what it used to be anymore. Fast forward to today, and the picture is changing rapidly. Modern car buyers are on the hunt for a smoother, more digital-first experience. With inventory snags, puzzling pricing situations, and ever-changing market conditions, it's becoming crystal clear. Going direct to consumer is starting to look like the only smart option for automakers. You might be thinking this whole idea sounds a bit ambitious and maybe even risky, but hold your horses. This isn't just about keeping pace with the times. It's a whole tangled web hub of reasons driving this dramatic shift. When manufacturers choose to cut out the dealership middleman, they're embarking on a mission to simplify the car buying journey. Think about it, a process that's more transparent, less cumbersome, and dare I say, enjoyable. Can you imagine? No more haggling with a salesperson over prices, and definitely no more twiddling your thumbs while waiting for paperwork to clear. In this new world, it's just you, the manufacturer, and the car you've always dreamed of. Sounds amazing, right? But there's so much more lurking beneath the surface of this transformation. Beyond the shiny promise of a more straightforward transaction, manufacturers are eyeing something much bigger: control. In the good old dealership model, names like GM, Ford, and Toyota had virtually no power over how their vehicles were displayed or sold. This can lead to a mishmash of brand experiences and inconsistent customer service between different dealerships. Not exactly the formula for crafting an extraordinary customer journey. Now, with automakers seizing the reins of the sales process, they can ensure a more coherent brand representation. This newfound control is not just a flash in the pan, it spans the entire customer life cycle. From the instant you first show interest in a vehicle to the exhilarating moment you finally drive it off the lot, and even through future potential purchases, manufacturers want to handle it all. This means a much more cohesive and personalized experience for you, the customer. Hold on, we need to discuss the juiciest part of this whole scenario: data. New goal. I get it, most people aren't thrilled about the idea of being watched or reduced to just another number on a spreadsheet. But here's the thing, getting real, actionable data straight from customers, now that's a total game changer. In today's digital landscape, data has become the new gold rush. By bypassing the dealership middleman and connecting directly with consumers, manufacturers are tapping into a treasure trove of first-party data. This isn't just about crunching numbers, it's about uncovering powerful insider insights into what makes customers tick. Imagine being in the know about how people customize their cars online. That kind of intel can steer future product designs in some thrilling new directions. Knowing what options your customers go wild over and which features they skip is like holding a magic crystal ball for product development. But hang on, it doesn't end there. Mapping out how customers navigate the digital buying journey gives manufacturers the power to tweak their sales strategies, ensuring the online shopping experience is as smooth as butter. Let's also dive into post-purchase data. Once someone drives off in their shiny new vehicle, the insights don't just shut down. Quite the opposite. Understanding how drivers use their cars, what they adore, and where they run into trouble can yield a goldmine of feedback. This data can influence everything from adjusting future model designs to crafting marketing efforts that hit the bullseye. It's all about creating a feedback loop that fuels innovation and makes sure customers keep coming back for more. In essence, if they had all this powerful data before, maybe they wouldn't have found themselves in this situation in the first place. But now let's flip the script and talk about you. What does this new approach mean for you? Ever found yourself daydreaming about having a limitless number of car options waiting at your fingertips? Well, get excited because that reality is unfolding right now. With manufacturers ramping up their inventory, you're no longer limited to just a handful of choices. Speaking of which, let's have a chat about the finances. Prices on new and used cars are dropping like crazy. Yes, you heard that right. Thanks to this surplus of inventory, you can snag that dream vehicle without emptying your wallet. Plus, dealerships are rolling out all sorts of promotions and discounts to clear out their stock. Keep your eyes peeled for those irresistible deals that could make your wallet even happier. And don't forget, with such a wide array of cars being available, you're in an enviable position to negotiate. Dealerships are desperate to move their inventory, which opens the door for possible negotiations on price and financing. Think of this moment as your opportunity to score an epic deal. It's like wielding a superpower. Use it wisely to drive a hard bargain and perhaps walk away with an even sweeter deal than you'd find in a tighter market. And here's the cherry on top. With a flood of used cars hitting the market, the quality of these vehicles is getting a serious boost. Dealerships are honing in on better trade-ins and certified pre-owned options, so you're far more likely to discover a car that feels practically new without the new car price tag. But what's your thoughts on this? Let's know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.